Hi everybody, thank you for subscribing or watching this video. If you're watching this video, please subscribe. I'm going to do weekly updates and kind of give everybody an idea of how the ketogenic diet works. I really hope you guys subscribe and not just watch it, because this is a lifelong journey for me. I want to start off by telling you it was a great week for me. Great week meaning, I'll tell you at the end. But a lot of people were giving me, I got a lot of good responses from my video, and thank you guys. Honestly, I just keep replaying in my head over and over the stuff that that you've been telling me. A lot of people have been saying like, hey, I could relate to you, or, but I don't have that courage. I'm not going to go put myself out there like you did. Good for you. Well, yes, like I said, it's vulnerable. It makes me, it's embarrassing, to put myself out there, but I'm doing it because I want you guys to keep me on track. I know that you're waiting for me to post a video or post results. All right, in my first video, I told everybody, if you have a question, please let me know. And one of the biggest questions that I got from a lot of people, mostly from social media, I'll post pictures on Snapchat of like my dinner. I'll post pictures on Snapchat of like my snacks and kind of like what I'm doing. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, you're more than welcome. I use that every day pretty much. My Snapchat is Melinda RBB. So it's MELINDA RBB. And I know back then everybody would say, get fat-free this, get fat-free that. Oh, I'm on this diet and sugar-free, fat-free, this free. This is all fat. If it says fat-free, don't buy it. It's a very low-carb, moderate protein, super high in fat diet. Typically, you want to be under 5% of carbs to stay within your ketosis range. Everybody's is going to be different because everybody weighs is different. Everybody, their height's different. Mine, unfortunately, is super low. I can only have 14 carbs a day, less than 14 carbs a day. And my husband, he can actually have 32 carbs a day. So it really just depends on what your height and your weight is to determine whether or not what you can or can't have. And we use an application. It's called Carb Counting. And we get on it every single day after every single meal, and we kind of punch our stuff in. My husband is doing the diet too. Everybody keeps saying, what? Why? He doesn't need to lose weight, but he's doing it for support, and he's doing it because it's not a bad thing. It's in fact, they say, we were like doing some research, and they said that they use this diet for children back in the day to help control epilepsy. And if you know my husband, he's epileptic, so I mean, it can't hurt him. So far, this has been the best thing that I've done, and I've had so much support. I've had so many words of encouragement. It's embarrassing, to put myself out there, but I'm doing it because I want you guys to keep me on track. I know that you're waiting for me to post a video or post results, and I don't want to let anybody else down, especially myself. I post a picture on Snapchat also of my coffee, and I finally have it perfect. But then I started thinking this morning that I have it down to a T. Now, what am I going to do when I start making it cold? Because I love the iced coffee. And it's not the same. I don't care what anybody says. Making your exact same hot coffee and then trying to have it cold, it's gross. In my coffee, I use the Truvia. Truvia has been my best friend for sugar. The Truvia, and I have, another thing too, everybody was asking me about Keto creamer. I found Keto creamer. It's at Walmart, you guys. It's next to all the creamers, the powders. It's just Keto creamer. I got it at Walmart. Nothing special. Well, obviously it's special because it's keto. But for me, honestly, it does more of a flavor for me. It says it's original flavor, but it does something. I don't know what it does. all I do is unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And I do a little bit of this. The serving size is 2 teaspoons. I don't know. I don't even use it. I literally just sprinkle for flavor. And then I put in the Truvia. In the Truvia, the serving size is 2 teaspoons. And I use my 2 teaspoons. So for my coffee in the morning, it's 2 carbs. So that's my breakfast. And now I need to figure out, the struggle is now I need to figure out how I'm going to make it cold, because I don't like, what I like hot is not necessarily what I like cold. So that's going to be this week I'm going to go ahead and mess with the coffee a little bit. I should probably start making some at home and trying it at home before going to work with it. Because typically I like to keep half of my carbs for dinner. I like to save them for dinner. And during the day, if I get hungry, I'll throw in like a snack. And my snacks are typically like the chicharrones. That's the pig skin, the fried pig skin. I've been eating a lot of those. I think I might have grossed myself out a little bit with them, so I'm going to kind of give those a break for a while. But I was eating them with lemon. I was getting the spicy ones, and those ones were like no carbs. So those you can have as many as you want and just eat them and eat them and eat them. And I think that's why I was making myself pretty sick. Not sick, just even thinking of one right now is just like, ugh. Because it sits like right on your throat. And it really grossed me out. Another thing that I like to snack on is pickles. You can have them, but one thing I did find out coming from California, we were stopping at a store and I'm like, I'm going to get a pickle. I could eat pickles, blah, blah, blah. 14 carbs a day. You better pick them carbs wisely. It was only like 2 carbs, but the serving size of a pickle, the big ones from the store, it was 1/8. So 1/8 of a pickle is considered a serving. And, well, this particular pickle, 1/8 was a serving. So had I not read that label and I just got the pickle and started eating, I would have been at 16 carbs, which is way over my daily limit. For a snack, was not going to do that. Put the pickle back. And another thing that I've been snacking on is ice. Because sometimes I think my mouth is used to just the crunch. And in the keto diet, it's meats and vegetables, and I just want to crunch. I want to crunch on stuff. So I've been, my husband did go to Sonic for me. He got me one of the big bags of crushed ice. And I just munch on ice, the crushed ice. I love it. I had it the other day, somebody made salsa at one of our gatherings. And the salsa was so good. I'm like, man, chips and salsa would be amazing. And I'm like, I'm going to dip. I'm going to start dipping my ice in the salsa. Trust me, that probably is not good, but I was going to consider doing it. I mean, crunchy with salsa, heck yeah. Another thing we had this week was, I'll post some pictures of what we had because I don't remember. I remember the stuffed bell peppers because I cooked that. I remember the cauliflower casserole that my husband made with bacon because that was so good. Oh, he did make brownies, and they're keto brownies, and one brownie was 3 carbs. So I definitely made sure I saved some carbs for that. And they were really good. My sister did try one. As soon as she took a bite, she's like, bleh. But I think that being on the keto diet, your taste buds change. I don't know, but they were amazing. It was the best thing I had in the last 4 weeks. Yesterday, we went to a birthday party, and I told myself, I'm going to have 1 piece of cake. And I had my heart set on that cake. The food was so good. They made tacos. And in the tacos, there was, they had chicken, and then they had like chopped up carne. And they had cabbage and cilantro and lemon. And oh my gosh. So I did like this plate taco. I didn't have any tortilla. I ate everything on it, and I put a little bit of nacho cheese on it. It was so amazing. I was full. You'd be surprised how heavy this food is and how full it makes you. You don't typically eat as much as you normally would. So of course, my eyes are bigger than my stomach right now. It was amazing, but I didn't leave any room for desserts. So I was really sad because I really wanted that cake. Me and my Thea, we were talking because she is also doing the keto diet. She was eating and me and her were talking. I was like, Thea, I'm going to have a piece of cake. Are you going to have a piece of cake? Because I didn't want her to judge me. So I was like, you can have a piece of cake. She's all, no, I'm not going to have cake. I was like, and you don't need cake either. Well, how about you have a bite and I have a bite? And I thought, oh, great, okay. Well, at least she's on board for one bite. This is where it was hard. This is where it's hard. You know, you need people to support you. You need people to be there for you. You need them to say, no, that's not good for you. So I'm in line waiting for my one bite of cake. And I was going to tell Rosa to slice it really, really small. And she was making big pieces. And I'm like, oh, crap, no. As I'm getting closer to the front, ready to get my bite. I have my Thea right here behind my ear. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. And I turned around. I'm like, oh, I thought we were both going to do at least a bite. And she's like, we don't need it. We don't need it. And I'm like, you're right. I go sit outside and I'm like, everybody's eating cake. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Because like I'm like fidgeting. Like everybody's eating cake. I want cake. There's Rosa started passing around these little buckets of ice cream. And I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? So then I get a bubble gum and I just start chewing on the bubble gum. It satisfied me. I wasn't even thinking of that cake anymore. I was good. But it just got me thinking, like, in the moment I was a little upset. I'm like, like we agreed this cake, like I'd be okay. And now you're telling me no, that I'm gonna regret it. Blah. I'm glad she told me that because I would have been in so much guilt and telling myself like, oh, I didn't need it. I shouldn't have. I just didn't need it. Oh yeah, by the way, this has got no sugar, 1 carb. I don't have any protein or anything, but it's worth the carb. Actually, it's worth 2 carbs because the serving size is 8 ounces and this is 16. So you got to be really careful to read the labels because, like I said, that pickle was 1/8 of it was, I think it was 3 carbs. I don't remember, but this is 2 carbs. And it's worth it. And my coffee's usually 2 carbs. So then I get another, 7 or 8 carbs for dinner. I usually eat a really good dinner. I stay under my carbs. And then as far as like portion wise, if whatever I have on my plate, it goes over my carbs, I'll start taking it off my plate. And yeah, I get a little sad because my portion, went from here to here to here to here to, man, this is all I can have because I don't want to go over on my carbs. But I do it. I eat this much, if that's what it means, because I don't want to go over on my carbs. What's right in front of you, that's what you get. This week was amazing for me, you guys. I'm gonna get my tracker. I made it a little bit brighter. So, the first week I lost 12. The second week I lost 3 pounds. My third week I lost 4. Each of these boxes for a pound. And then, last week I lost 5. So I am officially out of the 3s. Officially out of the 3s. Never going to turn to them again. And I am at a total loss of 24 pounds. Yay! So I'm calling it my 444 week because it's my 4th week. It is my 24th pound lost. And I lost 4 inches. I could feel a difference already. My husband puts his arms around me and he's like, babe, instead of it being like this, trying to hold me, he could actually go like this. And I could actually feel his body. I could feel his arms around me. And then my towel, when I get out of the shower, my towel on the side right here, barely closed. Barely closed. I mean, some parts I'll be lucky if it touched. But now I put my towel around me and the flap of my towel goes over. And I have to hold. You guys, it's amazing. Like, my towel goes over and it fits me. I feel better than ever. I feel amazing. I finally am over my monthly, which I'm not going to talk about because that was too much TMI and why would you share that and blah, blah, blah. And I stopped at that part. Not going to do that to anybody, but I'm done with it. Man, it's going to go in full gear. So Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep receiving updates. Oh, one of the other things, last thing is they have these things. I bought mine at Walmart. It was only like $6, maybe $5, maybe $4. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I didn't care how much it was. I was going to buy it anyways. Comes with 100 strips. And it tells you if your body's in ketosis. If your body's in ketosis, that means you're burning fat. If you're not in ketosis, you're not burning fat. You did something wrong. You need to take out more, I don't know, take out more sugar, drop your carbs. The darker you are, the more you're in ketosis. And to keep your body in ketosis is very important, because if you're not in ketosis, your body's still using your sugar and your carbs. If you're in ketosis, you know that your body's burning your fat. That's all I have. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm in it to win it, so...